What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright, so I'm going to get a couple of randoms in so I can get some more transmutations, and then transmute 2 pieces and get a glyph for my Templar tank. And boy, the haters, they don't like it. They're like, oh no, no. And it's funny because I've always said, any class, any role, this is ESO. I have always done what people said was not possible. And I have played Templar tank since probably, it was like my second tank on any platform. And why did I make it? Because it was a paladin. Nobody saw it. They're all like, Templar tank. Have you ever heard of paladins? Yo, but what do you think a paladin is? It's a Templar in heavy armor with a shield. Templar derives from the Knights Templar. Alright? Paladins are holy crusaders. It kind of goes with the whole theme, you know? And it was like, you guys are idiots. Morons. Dipshits. Again. Again and again and again and again. And it's not my fault. And will I call them that? Yeah, because they can't put 2 and 2 together. It's like, it gets a major and a minor for sitting in its circle. Now it's not as, mobile as like Sork tanks and DK tanks and definitely, Warden tanks. Warden tanks, their major's awesome. It applies to everybody. It's like, it's a group function. It's like, everybody's getting major protection, Paladin strength is basically in its absorption ability. I was thinking about dropping my one ability to pick up the self-heal. Because it kind of makes sense because it's low cost and whatever. But then I get rid of the minor. And I was like, instead of, put in the one I usually go for Templar. I like to apply the buff, but I think that little self-heal sometimes comes in handy. Plus, when I'm sitting in my circle, I get, that nice increase. So a little bit of healing makes a huge difference. So I can't believe I'm not getting a Q as a healer. As a random. So crazy. This is nuts. You'd think.
The guild requests your help.
Might have to go on tanks. There might be a shortage of tanks today. There might be a shortage of tanks. That's fine. Okay. We'll just actually log him in. I'll put his one piece in. We'll get that up. I'll get the glyph. So I can make the one swap. And then we'll take care of it. Okay. So first thing I want to do is get on my Templar tank. I want to try to get randoms. Plus I got to grind more AP today. I'm already up to about 50,000. So I got 250,000 more to go. Because I got 3 rings. I just need 1 more. And we're popped. Perfect. I won't need another gold set of jewelry for mags anytime soon. I don't anticipate it. So alright. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go up here. I can't believe I got that staff yesterday. I can't believe it. I'm still like, ugh. And the only reason I really wanted it, because I want to build a static build of it, and then let people know, okay, well, if you want either or of these staffs, you can,
If you're looking for the
you know, obtain them. But once again, I always try to, I can't believe I got that. That is so awesome. All right. I don't even know what that is. Jailbreaker. Ooh, Flame Blossom. I could probably get rid of a lot of this. Oh, Divine Heavy. Oh, that's cool. Don't need that. That is so awesome. There's potential. Well, that's low level stuff, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. Alright, so I'm going to take my gauntlets.
If you're looking,
And then we're going to throw them in here. We're going to switch tunes. Then we'll break down, free up some bag space, do all that. Now, it's funny to me that a lot of players they're like, any class could play any role, any class, but this class sucks at that role. And it's like, did you ever think that you just don't know how to play it? Have you played it? No. Well, then why are you saying it sucks? 90-something% of the time, players who say they suck at that role have never played the classes in that role. I promise you. I promise you. I promise. And it's the audacity to assume that you understand the class and the role if you've never played it.
Can you believe it?
Right? Because the only thing I always go for is evaluating strengths and weaknesses in classes. You know, like Templar healer, to me it's a novice healer. It's great. It's a great healer in ESO. It lacks some of the hot capabilities of other classes, which you can adjust. You can. And it has a cleanse. But is it the strongest healer in ESO? No, that's not the case. So it never was. And it has a cleanse. Congratulations. As far as the strongest healer, it never was. The strongest healer has the most limiting effects. So it makes sense. There's pros and cons. Pros and cons. Like, you know, it's like the Nightblade healer, great hot rotation. The best in the game. Deals damage as it's healing. Lacks what? A lot of direct heals. So, yeah. It just, it floors me, man. I'm just like, wow, guys. You guys are completely, you know. But the devs know what they're doing. They always have. You know. They balance everything kind of accordingly. There's some things I wish would be different. Where is it? There it is. Yes. And then we'll upgrade that. And then we'll get a magic glyph. and put it in the bank.
What is it?
All right. But yeah, they really hate it. They're like, Mystic proving it wrong again. Oh, that bastard. That son of a bitch. We hate him. We hate him so. It's like, man, seriously, it's not my fault you guys are making yourselves look like idiots. Here's my advice. Stop talking like you understand something you don't. Here's another piece of advice. If you want to be able to critique it, I suggest playing it along with the opposite classes in that role and then properly evaluate it. Because then you'll have an appreciation for all the classes in those roles. And then you can literally give your opinion, an unbiased opinion. That's my whole thing. I've always pushed for like DKs. DKs are great. Its strength isn't in its tanky as much as it is in its group functionality. Offers everybody has a minor that they can offer, different classes. But the DK shielding is a group shielding. Like the Warden's major, buff applies to everybody. There's strengths in everybody. Okay? The Templars is the fact that it can still have a cleanse, even as a tank, besides offering the minor sorcery. So it's like, you guys are aware that, So basically, if I wanted to, I could cleanse myself. So, crazy. I know. It's nuts. It's insane. It's unfathomable because nobody even, and the fact that it gets the minor too. It gets a major and the minor. It's like, this tank actually gets more mitigation than all the other tanks, right? Like it does. And, it's just the way it is. I know you hate it. But after said and done, you put the Templar tank in the same configuration as the DK. This ends up with more mitigation. Now, the Sorc tank can actually get a little bit more, but you have to give up a slot to do it. And that's because of the ages. So you can put the ages on it, and then you actually get way more mitigation. A lot of mitigation. So...
If you're looking for the...
Alright. Need hands and a glyph. But once again, man, what are these guys talking about? And I don't mean tank. I don't mean a tank. I just pay the fuck attention. It's level 46 anyways, so I can go in here. I'll get rid of that. Alright. Alright. Now, let me come down here. Let's see where we're at. Block mitigation's at 68. On staff side, 68. Okay. Now I want to show you guys something really quick. So I have a 68 block mitigation, right? Now let me go on my DK here. Now I'm not done. I still need to glyph one more, but I'll show you everything when it's said and done. Because this dude is done. Well, and he'll need redone. I've got to reset up. My Sork tank only needs 4 pieces for his other build. But, I mean, for ideal, what I'm going to set up with him. My Warden tank needs an entire set. This dude needs an entire new set. Okay. Now look, 72. Block mitigation. 68 and 72. This dude is done. That's why I'm like, you guys are high. Now, when I use this, and we go in, my physical resistance is only 25 and 22. You know? With my major. But I use this set, of course, the Blood Spawn, which will give me an extra 36. But that's it. That's whatever. I could even put on more, right? I could even put on more mitigation to him. But that's what I said. The Templar gets the most mitigation, with the exception of the Sork tank, if you use Aegis. That's why I'm like, I've always said Templar tanks need heavy fucking nerf bats. These dudes are brutal. They're insane. But nobody listens to Mystic. I'm like, you guys are nuts. I'm not even using a mitigation monster set. I'm using a crit build set. And yet this dude has way more mitigation than my DK. They're idiots, okay? They're pretenders, they're fakes, they're farce, they're completely out of their minds. They don't know what they're talking about, yet thousands will follow them. Because guess what? Mass stupidity runs in troves. You can't educate those who cannot be educated. You cannot. So look, when I put this down and we go into it, 31 and 32. I'm not wearing a mitigating monster head. I'm wearing a crit set. He gets major and minor. He is a beast of a tank. He's the most underestimated tank in Elder Scrolls, yet one of the most powerful tanks in the ESO. He's ridiculous. Let me see how much money I have. Yeah, we got it. I'm going to actually take the heal morph. He has the only scalable shield that scales besides health. It's like, have you all, has everybody lost their minds? Now, here's the deal. Purifying light. Well, I guess I should, let me take this back. Okay, 1 second. Let me show you guys something. Okay. We come down here and we're going to go into this. While standing in your own cleansing ritual, rune focus, or rite of passage area and leaving up to 4, you get minor mending. Right? Now, when I come back in and if I take off the power of light, which applies the minor breach, which I'll have anyways, I can take the purifying light. But that'll give them the buff. This will heal without. So it's 12, 33 health every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Right? So we'll go ahead and take that. Right? Now, in the past, I've actually used the biting jabs for the self-heal. Not the biting jabs, the other jabs. And it was really good. Okay? Really, really good. Alright, so I think that's pretty much about it. what I want to take. But anyways, let me show you guys something. So let's throw this down, swap back over, go to the tooltip, and now it's 1374 every 2 seconds. I can put Resolving Vigor, and that'll even give me, you know, a better hot if I wanted it. But the only reason I take this, so I can give the minor buff, the minor sorcery, to my team for 20 seconds. Every 20 seconds, it's just got to go on a target. That's it. So it's like, whoa. So, crazy, man. It is nuts. And of course, you know, I have slotted the Solar Disturbance, which gives the major maim, reducing enemies' damage done. So in a pinch, you know, if I need to drop this instead of the Warhorn, I have it. Alright? So it's another form of what? Mitigation. Alright? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You can't help everybody. Don't try to. Don't try to. Those who want to learn, they will. Those who do not, will not. Okay? There's nothing you can do. Did I train with this dude? I thought I trained his mount. Oh, snap. He's way behind. Everybody else is trained up. Oh, snap. Like, wait a minute. He shouldn't be at the bank. Yeah, he is. Alright, whatever. We're working on that riding speed a little bit. So let me break down some stuff, pick up the dailies, we'll queue up a random. But Frost Staff. Why do I use a Frost Staff? Maintain resources, man. That's all. You know? I gotta make him pots. Tripods is probably one of the better pots to utilize. Well, recovery wouldn't be bad either, technically. So, doesn't have anything to sell, so we'll just break it down. I don't know if I'm gonna want that or not. I don't know. We'll put it on standby. Do I like cutting on everybody? No, I do not. I just do not appreciate people saying shit they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't. Do you? Do you like to hear people talk about something and assume that's real? Because that's probably one of the most annoying things I have ever experienced in my life. Somebody being like, oh yeah, well, stat-wise, and like, what are you talking about? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you even have a clue what you're talking about? Like, I hate to say it, I would never put this setup on any of my other tanks. Nobody. Not one other tank would I put this setup. Okay? That's a fact. This dude, he could pull it off. Because his stats are already there. And I'm running sets that benefit the team. So, oh yeah, forgot to do that. Alright, so we're going to actually give me a little bit more magic recovery. Yeah, that looks good. A little bit. go pick up some dailies. Now, here's the thing. Somebody's going to be like, well, you're a Nord. Doesn't even matter. I showed you guys that guy's resistance, right? My other tank. You can deduct it. Right? 32 and 32. The Nord only gets like 2 something. Right? So you can actually come into the Nord, deduct it, and the dude still has more. So if anybody was going to say that, 2600. Just deduct 2600 and it's still more than my other tank. He's still at 30,000 spell and he's still at 29 physical. No, around 29. That's why I'm like, you guys are idiots. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I'm only wearing 5 on each. Meaning both of them could scale, but they each only have 5 heavy. That's why I'm like, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no clue what they're talking about.
Before?
Alright. Oh, that one's not ready. Dark Shade Caverns. What? 1 or 2? 1 Crypt of Hearts. Yeah, tank shortage. What I miss, I use Sentinel, Monster Helm, Thunderbug, and Yokita on my tank. Yeah, that would be a badass setup. I can understand why you would do it. Yeah, but dude, this content creator literally kind of peeved me because he was like, "Oh, Templars are really bad tanks." Okay. Okay, so he wants to go fast. Okay, we can do that.
You make fools of us, Sardry? Get it!
If you want to go fast.
Take care of the undesirables down there. I'll stay here and supervise. yet. Cowards, the lot of you. This mine belongs to House Sellers. You are intruders and will be disciplined as such. Cleaned out in no time. Oh, this is good stuff. Old Sellers must be breaking
it. Alright, I'm coming, dude. You're making me stand out, yo. Don't tell me about tanking. I don't main it. I used to. Only reason I know anything about tanking because I mained a tank. Yeah, no, that's a lot better. Templar tank, who fucking knew? I did. Check this bullshit out. Watch some bullshit. And I can do on that one. Automaton lightning stab. What? Oh god.
You want me? Come and get me.
Streamed on Mystics MMOs. Yeah, Dave. I honestly think that you've known this, and that and that's one thing I always appreciate about you, man. You call it out. You know what it is. A lot of players, man, they assume, oh, this the class and the class, and I used to, and it's like, you know what, man? I'll do it. I'll do it on a stream. I will do the vet content on a stream and tell all these people, guess what? Kiss my ass. Not you guys, but the people who literally don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. They just don't. They never have. They're just like, yeah, well, I wouldn't do it. Now look, dude, that's the funny thing too, because I'm going to get even more spell resistance. It's like, really? So, what's the other daily? Crypto parts. With my random up? No. Jesus. I'll have every class as a tank, so I guess this is a good thing. I'll be tanking and healing quite a bit. I always want to just get away from main tanking. I've done it in so many MMOs. WoW, Rift. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. Okay.
My minions will destroy you.
The other dude left too. Come on, man.
The dead will rise and consume you.
I demand that you stop this, please.
It's like we're we're look at that. Did I have?
Stop, Narayanth. I've done nothing.
I'm free. He was wrong. There's no defense.
Oh yeah, another chest. Oh, shut up! I'm just getting a lot of lich. Lich is still a decent set, but there's sets and trials and stuff that yeah, I've been using lich on like one of my configurations, so oh, two actually.
I was hoping to speak to you about a new lesson, but I think I may have a more pressing.
I wanted to speak to you as well. Since I hear about you teaching advanced destruction, I want the students able to defend themselves in the battles of town.
I'll just take all this stamina. Sure. Should have dodge roll. Oh yeah, fire. Am I supposed to be scared of it? Lot of lich, man.
You've done enough. You have ruling.
Anything? No.
They say that when someone professes another's dislike for them, you've done enough. Leave Fandor alone.
I'll have your soul as well.
Hey, get back here, you little bastard.
I am ever grateful. He was.
His books are wrong. All of this is pointless conjecture. You lot should be paying me to fix his work. The incoming classes will benefit greatly.
Little delay there. You think we can do it? I mean, I'm a Templar tank. I don't know if we can do this hard mode. I just don't know. I have my doubts.
So you're the one who's been undoing our work. We will feed you to the master's mace.
Work the other one. Stop! Switch! You dipshit! This is gonna get fun. I'm fine. They might not be. Confused. I just got that.
You feel that? The others are returning.
I don't know where you found
Streamed on
your
Mystics
new friends,
MMOs.
Conway, but they don't seem to fear death. It's admirable.
Say what?
Speak to that better
Who?
side.
Who's a bad tank? What class is bad tank?
We owe them everything.
1 second. Hey honey, what's up? I'm streaming. Okay. Can you give me another 20 minutes and I'll come and get you? Okay. Alright, love you. Bye. My daughter. Excuse me. Anyways, who's a bad tank? What class? Remind somebody, please. Enlighten me. I don't know what this is. How is this even possible?
You have sundered the twin.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn in the quest. Oopsie. Anyways. So, I've got to get a couple skill points I should have turned in. Just whatever. But, look, I still need these two, right? In this. I still need my sword and board passives. Just nuts, man. The way the score pushes play, the score pushes play, the DK tank works better other than that even class makes badass tanks. Right. Well, the DK tank, in my opinion, is a novice tank. Let me get into this. I don't like my DK so much. He's a good tank, but I don't like him. I'd rather take on a Templar. I'd rather. My mitigation's way better than a DK ever will be. My mitigation is way better than a DK's ever will be. You can put me in setup. I hate to say it. A Templar will always, hands down, be the most underrated beast tank in ESO. That's a fact. Even Deltia said he likes Templar tanks. He has a DK, but he likes Templar tanks. Now, I like playing Sork Tank because he's faster than my other tanks. But it doesn't justify the thing. You can get rid of the race. I could go Argonian with this as well. Or vice versa, right? You can do that. 31 and 32. I don't have that. You switch it out, and the DK always falls short of the Templar. Always, 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 always. It will always be that way. It will always be that way. Those people want to keep talking like they know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to like the stats and statistics. They never did. Not saying you. I'm saying them. They never did. Ever. Now the advanced stat sheet's out. I'm putting middle fingers in the air telling them I was right all along, bitches. Because I do the math. I've always done the math. I've stuck to the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a nerd, honestly. But when I put this on, it's the same buff, except I get the minor for the temp. So when I come in, 22, 25. It's not even close. It never flipping was. And he's dead. He's done. I could even set this dude up in the same setup, switch his race, and he's always going to fall short. Always. In every faucet. Compared to the Templar tank. His strongest attribute is his group shield. And his minor brutality. Templar tank, minor sorcery. Heavy mitigation and cleansing and sustain. Same thing. The sustain on the Templar, I gen for, focused ruin. That's why I keep saying, man, they never knew what the fuck they were talking about. I begged for it. I begged for a nerf. It is underrated, bro, right? I was just mentioning the way the meta plays DK works better because the Templar buffs come from the healer and they don't let either class DPS. Well, the thing about it is, and that's the funny thing too, because Stamplars are insanely beast in DPS, especially now. If built right. What the meta players do, they put everybody in the same setup and like, here you go. This is what we got. This is the best. It never works that way. And then if you, like I said, you can put the Templar in the identical setup. The same fucking setup as the DK meta. And the DK still falls short. It always will. It always will. Always. The DK tank, it is the most, this is what I'm saying, it is the most underrated tank in ESO. It's the most underrated, yet it needs the biggest nerf bat in history. When I see a Templar tank in PvP, you guys know I PvP'd with Templar tanks. I didn't even have a permablock build. And I tanked with the Templar tank 50 people in front of a keep. I have it on video. And guess what Zoss did? A giant, not even a small nerf bat to my build. They wrecked that bitch. Whap! I was like, okay, I warned you. They nerfed the build, but not my temp. Like, if I tanked on the PS, which I did from time to time, I typically would either grab the Sork tank because it was fast. I could just, burn through shit a little bit better, faster, stronger. Or I'd pick up the temp. Everybody's like, don't you want DK? I'm like, I'm not taking a pussy tank in this content. I'm sorry. If for any time I would tank any new DLC and we were kind of questionable on the mechanics, I took the temp. Always. because I bought time for recovery. I had a scalable shield. The only scalable shield in the game besides health. All shields scale from health. This is the only one in Elder Scrolls in the game that will scale in proportion to how many enemies. Right? Each enemy hit increases the shield strength by 8%. And it gets a little bit better, as it levels. It's the only one. It's the only fucking shield in the game that does that. It's this way it is. That's why I'm like, the DK8 got shit on Templar tank. It's most underrated. The best self-sustained rune focus, man. Rune focus. Restoring focus. Sorry. Create a celestial rune. Grants major resolve, increasing physical resistance and spell resistance, right? You also recover 240 stamina every second. Standing within the rune increases physical resistance and spell resistance granted by an additional 50%. That's why I don't fuck with Templar tanks in PvP. You don't fuck with them. Then on top of it, it gets the best managed resource out of all the tanks, right? It's in Adric Spears. And right. I get minor protection when for 6 seconds when activating. So I get my major and minor. That's my shield. So look, right here, go in. Look, always going to be short. Always, man. Where is that thing? I'm trying to find it. There's a minor sorcery. 5% reduces the cost. And then I get a block in restoring, right? Increases the amount of damage you can block by 10%. While I'm standing in my ritual. This is why nobody knew what the fuck they ever were talking about. I rolled a Templar tank intentionally because not only does it cleanse, right? It's one of the only cleansing healers. It's the best mitigating tank in the fucking game. That's just, man. It's the best COD tank, mitigating tank in Elder Scrolls. Hands down, period. The meta players ain't changing that. They're never going to. Only Zoss can. It is literally the most underrated tank ever. And, bro, we got this. Definitely doesn't have it because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Another fake, posing, misleading thousands of players. And people want to know why I get pissed. Stick to the basics as a content creator. Don't go what you don't know. Don't go where you don't know. Stay the fuck away from it. Because a player like me will say, guess what? You're fucking wrong. Again. I don't want to do it. Keep in your lane, bitch. This is why I used to test for companies. I pay attention to the most littlest of details when it comes to numbers. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That isn't supposed to fucking happen. Whoa. Time out. People just think like you can just throw anybody into a closed alpha. Yeah, right. Bullshit. It's sifting through. You're trying to find a needle in the haystack as a closed tester. You're trying to basically exploit the system. They want you to find not just the bugs, what is and isn't supposed to be working as intended or not as intended. I don't do it anymore. I'll pop in and, but that's what I did. I used to do that shit, man. SOE, man. I used to be man. A couple devs left, pulled me into other projects. I've tested for Microsoft. I've tested for a lot of companies. But the thing about it is, my job was just like, yo, man, what am I doing? Most of it was MMOs. I did a couple RPG titles, also some other titles. But then you got these posers coming in talking shit like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Bullshit. Bullshit. Keep in your lane, brah. Keep in your lane, brah. If you're going to be a content creator, don't go there. I've called out bigger names. I will flank your ass. Don't go there, brah. So anyways, man, I'm just going to say this. Love the temp, man. I'm feeling it all day. I got to go pick up my daughter. But, still up anyways. But, yeah. I mean, overall, he's a pretty brawly tank, man, you know. The DK wishes it could be the Templar tank. It wishes it could be the Templar tank. But it can't. Alright, man. I'm out. Peace. Thanks, Dave. I love the comments, by the way. You're the one of my favorites to talk to. I love our discussions. And Sans and everybody, man. You guys, I love you guys so much. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.